and Moana are 6 weeks old today. Happy birthday, babies! Look at you. What is that? Moana, can you get the bell? So before we get started on today's video, I just want to make a quick little note. Viewer Katie Kelly is from Ireland and she is looking for a responsible breeder in Ireland. I had a long conversation with Kelly and she told me about all the problems they're having there in Ireland with poor puppies getting stolen out of people's yards and all kinds of awful stuff. And she says she's having a terrible time finding a responsible breeder. So if there's any responsible breeders in Ireland, please, if you wouldn't mind contacting me, just message me on my Instagram, which is Kelly Swift, Sweetie Pie Pets, so that I can let Katie Kelly know who you are. Thanks so much. I'd appreciate it. And for the rest of you guys, please make sure to follow me on Instagram as well. So as you can see, Maui and Moana are big babies now. I mean, they're not really big and we're going to weigh them in a few minutes. But look how mobile they are and active and their personalities are really showing. And little Moana has really come out of her shell. She is not a shy girl at all. So by age 6 weeks, you can see that their pigment on their nose has started to fill in. Moana has a little ways to go still. She still has a little bit of pink in the center, but little Maui's nose is almost completely filled in with black pigment, and it will continue to fill in until it's just solid. And I'm actually really impressed with the Burt's Bee eye stain remover that I've been using just for a week. Their eye stains have definitely lightened, so we're going to keep that up and hopefully get completely rid of the eye stains underneath their eyes. Wow, look at you go. Another thing they're starting to do is kick their leg when you scratch them. It's so cute. So as I said, the puppies are 6 weeks old, and generally puppies are not supposed to leave their mommy until they're at least 8 weeks old. And for the really small ones, I sometimes like to keep them even longer until they're, maybe 10 or 11 weeks old. It really just depends on their development and how well they're doing eating their food. Sometimes they're mean to each other. So little Moana definitely has what I would call a baby doll face. At this point, by age 6 weeks, you can pretty much kind of get a feel for what the shape of their head is going to be. And I would definitely call hers a baby doll face since she really has a flat little nose. She has that nice 90-degree angle between the muzzle and the forehead, but along with that, she has a really flat nose. Hi, yes, I'm talking about you. And her brother definitely has a nice apple head, but it's a little bit of a longer nose than hers. You still have the 90-degree angle between the muzzle and the forehead, and his nose is still pretty short, so I would call him between an apple head and a baby doll face. Hello, say hello to the world. Look how adorable they are. They have so much fluff. And especially little Maui, his hair is even longer than Moana's. Absolutely adorable to watch them pounce around and attack each other, and all their little fluff just kind of follows behind. It's so cute. So both of them have been working on their potty training, and Carol has had them in this bed, which I really like this bed. It's sort of, they view it as like a little den, and they feel kind of protected in this bed. And they're big enough now to get in and out, as you can see. Where are you going, Moana? You can't get out right now. What is that? Where's your ball? Where's your ball? Where is it? So they do like to get out of their bed or their den to use the bathroom, and it's an excellent way to use their instincts to help them learn potty training. You can't get out of bed. Go back to bed. So since they're 6 weeks old and I don't let them leave for their forever home until they're 8 to 10 weeks, that means we still have a couple more weeks of fun puppy time. So you might be curious about their puppy vaccinations, and you're supposed to start their series of 5-in-1. I like to start with the 5-in-1. Some vets recommend 6-in-1 or 7-in-1, but in my opinion, that's just too much for their little system, especially for these small guys. So I just start with the 5-in-1 series, and you don't want to start that until they're all done nursing. So they are still nursing a little bit off mama. She's feeding them maybe twice a day. So I'm gonna wait until she has completely weaned them, which usually is at about 8 weeks, sometimes a little earlier, and then I'm gonna give them their first vaccination. But even after they receive their first vaccination, they are not immune from parvo and some of the other puppy diseases that you have to watch out for. So you need to wait until they've had a series of at least 3 of their puppy shots, preferably 4, before you take them outside in public or anywhere that they could be exposed to parvovirus and other deadly puppy diseases. The puppy shots are supposed to be 3 weeks apart. So that means if you start their vaccinations at 8 weeks old, they are not going to finish their series until about 20 weeks of age. And then even after that, I like to give them a couple weeks for their body to build up immunity before I take them out in public.
We don't want any exposure.
If you guys want more information on puppy vaccinations, you can watch my video here on that. So now I'm going to weigh them on their 6-week birthday, and I'm going to compare that with their 5-week birthday weight, and we're going to compare it on the Chihuahua weight chart and see if they've stayed on the same growth curve. Maui weighs just about 18 and a half, 19 ounces. And Moana weighs about 14 and a half. 18 and a half and 14 and a half. So their growth curve has actually declined just a little bit. Last week, little Maui was charting about 4.5 pounds full grown, and now he's charting a little closer to 4.25. And same with little Moana. Last week she was charting to be about 3.75 pounds, and this week she's charting more like 3.5. So this is why I always talk about how it's more accurate the older they get. The Chihuahua weight chart is, because a lot of times when they're young puppies, they still have a lot of puppy fat on them. So it's really difficult to tell if they're actually like at their optimum weight because they're just pudgy from drinking a lot of milk. But now that they run around and get a lot of exercise, they're getting closer to their optimum weight. We'll check again next week and see if they stay on the same growth curve. Those are the babies.
Hi, baby. Hi. Oh my goodness, it's a puppy attack. Oh, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Wow. I'm so proud of you.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time. It's clear to see from up here. The world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be.
Oh, he's a good boy.
In the great outdoors.
Those are good puppies. Yeah.
Forever
By the
free.
way, puppies love baby